Let's bring in Jim Paulsen. He's Chief Investment Strategist with the Leuthold Group, and Nela Richardson is Investment Strategist with Edward Jones. Welcome to you both. And Nela, first to you. We ordinarily hate to ask, for you to dive so deeply on the trading action of one day, but what does today's sell-off tell you?
Well, Kelly, you actually preempted my response to that question. I think it's important to put today in the broader market context of this recovery in stock prices. Remember that we entered this week up 40% or more from the March 23rd low in the market. And that narrative, that optimistic narrative was based on a reopening economy, some good news in vaccines, and an economy that started to rebound, almost a V-shaped rebound starting in the second half of the year. But within that rebound was in stock prices, there was always these seeds of doubt that there could be, yes, another second wave of coronaviruses, doubt that it would be harder to restart this economy than it was to shut it down, and doubt that the recovery could be more protracted than was currently priced into the market. Yeah. And that's what you're seeing today, that doubt being played back in a pullback.
And Jim, how long does this play out? I mean, do we have to go back to the COVID case count and have that look more tame? Is it more just about market positioning, like Nela was saying? I mean, we've been talking about areas that were overbought and, the retail frenzy.
Yeah, I think it's just a good old-fashioned, I agree with Nela, just a good old-fashioned gut check in probably what is a new bull market overall. And this one has been so fast-moving and so large in terms of speed of movement that we're now having, large, speedy corrections as well. It certainly is not unrealistic to assume, as Nela said, up 40%, that we'd have a 10% correction along the way and might have multiple ones as we go along. You just don't have it all happen in one day, which is what we're getting, Kelly. I'm not so sure it's about the viruses or what Powell said. I think that's the news that happened around this correction, but I'm not sure it's what caused it. I think it was just we were going up too far, too fast. People were starting to become calm and complacent. Bullishness was breaking out, and I think this is in many ways a good gut check. It revalues the market. Right. It makes everyone, raise some cash again, this kind of stuff that might ultimately help find a bottom.
So in just the quick time that we have left, Nela, what would you recommend that people have exposure to then? You think it can be fine owning stocks? Real quickly.
Absolutely. There's opportunity in this volatility, as Jim mentioned. And we expect that pullbacks will be part of this growth trajectory over the longer term. Even if the overall trend is up, we still expect some volatility. So the key is realistic expectations, preparing for a bumpy ride, and diversification does that. So owning across sectors, geographies, and some fixed income, that's going to be key.
All right, I see Jim nodding, so I'll leave it at that. And I appreciate the time for you both today, Jim Paulsen, Nela Richardson.